All right. So I am in. That's weird. Elgato just flashed something, but I am excited to play a little game called ZombiU tonight. This was a Wii U launch title developed by Ubisoft. I think the same studio that did Beyond Good and Evil and maybe the Rayman games. But this is a first-person survival horror title, and I didn't expect much getting the Wii U when it first launched. I can't even remember why I wanted one, but for some reason my brother and I pre-ordered the Wii U of all things. And we got like new Super Mario Bros. U, just really stupid name for a game. We got that, and we got Assassin's Creed 3, I think it was. Assassin's Creed 3 was awful. I wasn't expecting much of that, but it was really bad. So I took it back, and I got ZombiU. Being a fan of survival horror games, I wasn't expecting much because I feel like every Ubisoft game I've played, I've never really enjoyed. Just not really into what they release. But ZombiU surprised the hell out of me, and I had an absolute blast with it. I thought it was one of the best survival horror games I'd ever played. It was like exactly the type of game I wanted to play. It was like a total callback to classic era survival horror, and a lot of times I felt like I was playing the original 1996 Resident Evil, but in first person, and with modern graphics. But it was fantastic. If you don't know what the Wii U is, it's a weird system, but it comes with this gamepad, which is like kind of like a prototype of what the Nintendo Switch would be. But with the Wii U, for certain games, like the main game is on the TV, and the gamepad is displaying something completely different. And this game really utilizes the gamepad. It has your map on it. Like you can't like pause the game to go into your inventory. The inventory is real time, so like you'll be moving stuff around in your inventory, and the way your character is on the main screen, it leaves you susceptible to zombies if they're in the area. So the game does a really good job of just keeping you on edge, and it is total like survival horror. It's not a shooter by any means. Like ammo is scarce, healing items are scarce. Taking on more than one zombie can put yourself at risk. You always feel like you're at a disadvantage for the most part. But yeah, I won't give too much away about it because there's also some other cool, unique survival horror elements. But this game largely got trashed by reviewers, which is too bad. A couple outlets gave it like a 9. Not that reviews matter, but it really didn't help to move this game. And there was talk of a sequel, but Ubisoft eventually canceled it just because this game didn't do well. It's later been released on like Xbox One, PS4, and PC, but it loses. It retains like the same stuff that's on the gamepad, but it loses like the effect that the Wii U has with it, and what it adds to the gameplay experience. So enough of that. Let's fire the Wii U up, just navigate the menus a little bit. A lot of people have never played the Wii U, and they don't really even know what it is. All right, so this is what would be on the TV. Like the gamepad is showing the games I have, but you can swap it, but but then you can't control it up there. Like if you had a Wiimote in your hand, you would be able to. So it's kind of weird the way they have it set up. But one thing that's funny is that when you change, when you make this thing up here on the main screen, on the bottom screen, it's all the little Mii's walking around, and it's kind of funny just to see how they like this, their personalities and what they're programmed to do. And I actually noticed this the other day, and it was kind of disturbing. Let me find him. This dude here, actually, let me do this. You see that guy with the big eyes? He looks like the Sandy Hook shooter. But those things would go away. We can see him, yeah. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of weird. But let's get into ZombiU. Alright, so I was in here earlier and just tweaking the options, the brightness setting and stuff. So check this out. So the gamepad also has a camera on it. And it's got, and remember, this is 2012 technology, but it turns you into a zombie. Yep. And I don't know. It's just funny more than anything, but the eyes look pretty cool. Makes me look like an idiot on the webcam. But that's a feature. And I think there's some other stuff if you connect. But who knows if the servers are up. It wasn't really anything all that special. I should try to do that sometime though. Because this is my second WiiU. I sold the one I had initially back in like 2014, and then I bought one towards the tail end of 2020. Standard difficulty.
The alchemy of wealth from air will bring a second blight upon mankind. This fog of death will cloak the land, and those men who are not prepared will succumb to its foul clutches. For God shows no mercy on those who heed not his words. Thus will the end come, and the world, made unworthy in his eyes, will be purified by black angels, so that he may begin anew.
Yes, you.
I've got eyes on you. Follow my voice. In the tube. Don't just stand there gawping. Hurry! Now listen up. One life will kill you, so no messing about with these blighters. Keep going. Come on, it's not too far now. Use your flashlight sparingly. It attracts the infected, and you need to economize those batteries.
Wakey, wakey. You still look too good. I would say it's only a nightmare, but everything these days. It's a good thing I found you when I did. Welcome to the safe house. My friends call me the Prepper. You know why? Because I'm always prepared. You might not believe it, but I knew this was coming a long time ago. Built that myself. I call it the Prepper Pad. It's a smart map with radar and a connection back to me, so I can watch over you, and you'll need it.
Alright, so the microphone.
Better sort the lights out. There's a generator in the toilet. See the green light on your smart map?
So the gamepad, you can see, has a map on it. And then later when you get a backpack, you'll have your inventory.
Now you can see what you're doing. Go back to the main room and look at the monitors. You see, the last person I tried to help went outside without the bag. And look how that ended. But there is something else you can use. That backpack is a bug out bag, see? You need it and what's inside.
Alright, so find the previous survivor.
Now might be a good time to try out your radar. Go on, pick up the cricket bat. Don't be squeamish. Think of it as an unspoken agreement between survivors. Because if you got infected, wouldn't you want someone to do the same for you? Good going. A nasty business, but it's got to be done. Now, check that bob. As I recall, there's a pistol and ammo you're definitely gonna need.
So the inventory's on it, and you can see like when you're looking in your inventory, you can't see anything like going on behind you. You can kind of
More than 20 hours awake, and your decision-making goes to pieces. Don't neglect your sleep. I can have a look at the monitors. They're hooked into CCTV cameras all over London. This one's from a supermarket near you. But the more eyes you have, the better. There's more cameras at that location, so I'll walk you through hacking them. People think CCTV cameras are secure, hardwired to police HQ, but they're wrong. I was a Royal Signals boy in the army. I can teach you a thing or two about secure comms. Time for your first field trip. Those cameras won't fix themselves, and you need to do a little shopping. Give me a sec, I'll get those shutters up for you. Somewhere at that station. Use your pad's environmental scanner to search the area. Perimeter looks calm for now. Now use your pad to scan the area and see what you can read. Never look at gift doors in the mouth.
So, right now I'm looking at the gamepad because you can use it as a scanner. You can see the guy moves around because, yeah, I forget. Like, you can also use the control pad, but you can also, like, actually physically look. Well, that's cool. I never really thought to look at the ceilings before. I'll have to do that this time around. Yeah, the WiiU is a interesting system. Did that person just fart? You will smash Zombie's head a lot in this. So he had some ammo. Be nice to play this in a way to where I could also capture the gamepad, but such is life. You just have to go out and buy a WiiU yourself so you can experience it. You know, that's the thing to do in 2021. So look at this guy. All right. It's good, like when you scan zombies, it's good because then they show up on your radar. Yeah, 'cause this game does get pretty intense after a while. Ooh. But I've only beaten it, I think, once, but I've played through a good majority of it a couple times. And a big part of this game is just getting familiar with how the cricket bat works, because that's like your main weapon, and that's what a lot of people complain about in reviews. But like, you get guns, but it's a survival horror, so you know, like it's not a shooter, and some people just don't like that. Doesn't mean it's a bad game, like, but it does have its issues too. It definitely has like clipping, and sometimes it's funny. So I just found
That's the one.
I just found the key card we were looking for. Let's see here. Scan real quick. You could pick up wood. Like, there's some wood right there. You can barricade stuff. That door is barricaded, and you can't pry wood off until you pick up a hammer later on. Doors left. Yeah, I think it's a fantastic game. I think it's totally worth playing if you're a fan of survival horror stuff. Shit, zombie. Shit. Something's coming. Where the hell did this guy come? Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's really... Man. It's really unsettling to hear the zombies. And you want to like tag them as soon as you can, and then use your scanner down here, because then they show up. Yeah, and you can see he's trying to get in there. Let's go check him out.
Shit, you've got incoming. Check your radar.
Yeah, and then it's like you gotta look. God, you gotta look down on your radar and scan it. Press the button down there to make sure like no one's coming up behind you. Like, yeah, that was. I mean, that was kind of tense. It's just it's really effective the way they do things. And see. Well, it'll also tag like rats, you know, or excuse me, like on the radar down here, zombies show up as red, but like so do like crows and rats. Pretty much like anything that has movement will show up as red. So like it's not always a zombie, and that'll like really mess with you sometimes. Like there's a couple zombies down there. So, just want to get a little close to scan some stuff. But it's like super sketchy because I'm taking my eyes off the main screen, so I can't see if anyone's coming at me. Yeah, and that's another thing. Some people don't like that either. But whatever.
This safe house is my handiwork. A long time ago, I teamed up with a bunch of no-hopers called the Ravens of D. I helped them fortify places like this, because we knew this was coming.
It's kind of like whenever you get in a room, you want to just like kind of immediately close the door if there's no zombies in the room. So, got some bullets, got a med pack. So let's see, because I did pick up a newspaper clipping, so let's see if it actually shows it, or if it only shows it down here. Oh yeah, it only shows it down here. That's kind of unfortunate, because some of these things are pretty cool. It just, like, this is a newspaper article from August 30th, 2012. Scholars warn of 400-year-old prophecy, and then yeah, so that's kind of like what the story is, but obviously I don't expect you to read that. That's kind of a bummer that it doesn't show it on the TV. I guess it makes sense for streaming purposes. Yeah, this game would be better to stream on PC, PS4, or Xbox One, which I suppose I could, but because I do have the PS4 version, it's like $5. It's so cheap. All right, so is that? Oh, see, I thought that was a zombie right there. And then yeah, like even going down ladders, it's like. You don't know what's down there, and a lot of times there will be a zombie. Like anytime you have your back turned, it's could be crappy. There is a quick turn though. You could just hit R. It does 180, so that's nice. And yeah, you know, for some people this is too slow, but that's the kind of game it is. You know, it's not a shooter. Probably. Yeah. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. And it's almost like Resident Evil in a way to where like when you're scanning you can't move. So it's like in Resident Evil when you shoot you can't move. In this game you can. Let's see. Yeah, very slowly, but oops, actually, let's do this. Always smart to stay fully loaded in these kinds of games. So hopefully the audio is pretty good. I'm looking at the levels right now and seems good.
Stopped it. And he saw plague victims in his own lifetime. Even tried to find a cure, the panacea. But it's a myth. You can see as well as anyone. There's no cure for this.
Maybe this isn't even picking up the WiiU thing. Just now the levels looked like the microphone wasn't picking up the gamepad. Whatever.
I'll get that for you. I've locked the place down for your safety. Okay, you're free to come and go now. Scan every CCTV junction box you locate so I can hack it and bring those cameras back online.
Alright, you can hear a zombie in the distance, of course. Yeah, you can see him shuffling over there. It's like, is this guy alive? Right, and that looks like a zombie. Yeah, You just gotta be like really careful in this game. And
Look, smart map's been updated. Without a good map, you're a goner out there.
yeah, and you have to scan those in order for the map to appear. So before I got that, the map wasn't there. I could just see my dot, and you can still, it still shows like where the items are at that you scanned and where zombies are at, but you know, you can't see like little openings like this. In the game, I think I just mentioned it, but it'll, when you scan something, it'll say like item to loot, and then when you're done scanning it, it'll either be like positive or negative. So that's one nice thing. It's like you still have to take the time to do it, but at least it helps you out for doing it. That's a good game design. Let's see. And it does kind of require you to get close. That's wood, but I need...
Whoa, you sure you're ready to face down a bloody horde? It's your life.
It's nice that they at least warn you. So it needs C4. Alright, so there's a zombie down there. Let's go check out these stairs though.
Throwing flares. Now they could come in handy. Bright lights to distract the dimwit.
I thought there was a zombie in here. Some def. Oh, nice. So we'll just take them out head on. Doesn't look like there's anything else up there. That was cool. They also have, hard to see on the gamepad, but oh yeah, there's really no way to do it because if I move this, the screen will move. But I was trying to show you because like other people can leave messages on the wall. It's kind of like a Dark Souls, Demon Souls type thing. It's not that useful, but it was just kind of neat.
There's a manhole nearby that should quick its way back to the safe house. Have a gander. Sometimes retreat is your best option.
It was just kind of neat, the fact that it, you know, you could just kind of interact with people like that. And there were also times where, when I was playing it when the servers were still up, that sometimes certain zombies would be just other people that had been playing, and if you killed them, they usually had like a bunch of good items on them. So that was neat. And then when you come up to things like that, it goes to this, and you have to tap on it real quick to open it.
Good work, soldier.
You know, yeah, it's kind of gimmicky, but I don't know. It's not like you have to do it all the time. Oops. So now that we open this, it goes to like a gosh, I don't know if that's, oh, there we go. It goes to a map, and so let's see here. It's weird to do this because it's mirrored, and then we can go back to the I can't do it looking like that, but then we can click on that and go back to the safe house if we want, drop some items off. But we don't need to do that. Let me see. Actually, no, we should, because my inventory is already full and I don't need all of this stuff. I can go put some items away. So I got another newspaper, and that just kind of helps with oops, with the story. You know, it gives you a little bit of the background, like when the events leading up to the plague, you know, that led to the zombie outbreak. Not completely original, but not terrible. It's kind of like 28 Days Later, you know, like that was like a lab thing, but it kind of has like a similar vibe, that you're just a person who's surviving. See right there. I think there's some other stuff in here.
Be careful with that stuff. Use it to set mine traps, but don't blow yourself up.
So I got some landmines and some spray paint, and the spray paint allows me to like do messages, even though I never really did it much. I don't even know how it works. Maybe this. Zombification pictures do not send. I clicked on like the Wi-Fi thing on this tablet, but it doesn't seem to do much. Trying to figure out how to use a spray can, but maybe that feature's gone since the servers aren't up. So
This is where it all started, and this is where it'll end. I promise you. Protect the safe house. Your survival depends on it.
that. All right. So I got a handgun and a flare. Loading is, you know, loading. It's a bummer that it has to load right there too. I don't want to get too close to that door because if another zombie comes, I want to leave myself an out. So like there's a message right here that says don't trust. So like the person's like, warning, maybe something's right outside that door. Definitely some shit right here. Three handgun bullets, so that's pretty cool.
Use your radar. You have to ping areas manually if you want to know what's lurking in your blind spots.
I am. Some candy in there. So I'll take those. Interesting fog light effect. I don't know. Alright, so we see this one there. Watch this. This will be pretty cool. Oops. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Jesus. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to happen. Now they're like coming towards me. And they'll die. But you do have to be careful though, because I feel like it's kind of a bummer that I wasted a flare. But oh yeah, you do have to take into account like drop damage. That's why I went down and didn't crawl down that thing. Let's see here. I shot the cop car at first because I thought the siren would turn on. I know there's certain things like that. Well, I'm pretty sure. That dude had a single handgun bullet on him. Alright, so you kind of always want to have the flare equipped. Let me do this. I hope I don't blow myself up. Let's put it here. Alright, so that thing's lit. Have this. Scan. So obviously, I feel like something's gonna happen. So I'm trying to be as prepared as I can. All right, that thing. All right, that's good. Is that anything?
Shit, it was rigged to the alarm. Get inside before every blighter from miles around comes running.
Ooh. Well, I don't know if the landmine went off, but that was alright. So
Those poor coppers were probably responding to the supermarket's alarm, but they're making problems now.
yeah, I mean, you could see like that. I had a bunch of zombies coming to my left, and then that one in front of me. And you know, with the cricket bat, it can take a good, you know, I think upwards of 7-8 hits sometimes. And if you got a bunch of zombies coming from your rear, you don't have time for that, because they have an attack where they like lunge at you, and it's an insta kill. It sucks. Oh. All right, well look at this. Yeah, so you can't see, but there's a zombie coming up. Get the fuck out of here. This game has a lot of like multitasking, which is really cool. It just feels good. Like, you really have to make sure like you're in control at all times, and when it gets chaotic, it sucks, because the game doesn't allow a lot of room for error. And now that I'm playing this again on the Wii U for the first time in quite a while, yeah, it's definitely the best on the Wii U. It just, playing with the gamepad and stuff, it just really adds to it. Oh yeah, and so I don't have let's look around here. Because they will hide these CCTVs in like really tricky spots, and it's easy to overlook it. Can I get through there? No, it's just open. I just want to make sure I'm not like overlooking anything, because not having the map sucks in this game. It's a huge benefit to have the map.
Barricades. Shit. Find a hammer. You're gonna need to rip the planks off some doors. While you're there, stock up. If it's not nailed down, loot it.
Stock up. Yeah, the prepper just kind of. I think it's fun that it's British, but his character, it's, I don't know, not annoying. It's just like, so I like that camera angle, and then you have to tap on this. So like, just imagine, you know, if like the zombies running at you, and you're tapping your hand on the friggin' gamepad. That up, because I'm sure that's like a shortcut now from when we were in the parking lot. So there's a bunch of rats. Yeah, yeah, so right, infected. It has some loot. There's so much shit on the screen right now. Look at this. So all those red things are possible. They're either zombies or they're animals, but we don't know if they're like just dead or if they're gonna get up. The blue things are items, and I don't know what the orange thing is. There's a bunch of stuff on here. Yep. And then since he's fucking around, you want to like look down at the gamepad and hit the scan button to see if anything else is moving. Four handgun bullets, that's pretty cool. Juice. And as with any like survival or zombie apocalypse game, if you can kill something, even if it's already dead, you need to. Alright, so that's a spread upgrade for when I get shotgun. Yeah, and it's cool, you know, this game really rewards exploring. It has weapon upgrades. You know, eventually you'll find little like workstations in save rooms, and you can apply those to your weapons. The more you use a handgun, like your stats, your personal stats for it will go up. So it kind of, it's not an RPG mechanic, because like you never see experience points or anything, and the only way to find out is to like go and actually look in your stats. But it's pretty neat. Oh, and this is actually, I forgot about this. Right here is a throwback to what the game originally was. It was like some like Martian type creature game thing, you know, kind of like a tongue-in-cheek Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and then it morphed into a ZombiU. Oh shit, yeah, see? Zombie. Scan it. That way I can see it. Anything else moving? Nothing else moving? This is the only one. Look down, hit the scanner again. It's pretty cool, you know? I don't know of any other game that does this or will ever do it again. She has an item. She's got like a little candy bar. That was on that side. It's like I almost want to put the thing back on there if it gave me the option. It's like, which way do I want to... I'm trying to see if I should do a barricade. Let's barricade this. And in there.
When you find the box, link the pad up to bring the cameras back online.
I got the map.
Good. The CCTV cameras are back online. Every time you scan one of those junction boxes, I'll hack it and update your smart map. Take a look at your pad. Molotov cocktails are classic. Sometimes you just can't beat the classics.
Alright, let's see here. Get rid of this stuff. And I think if you drop something, it at least leaves it there, so. Yeah, Molotov cocktails are awesome. Yeah, those. This part's kind of janky, but it's kind of funny too. Watch this zombie just go flying up the stairs. But you know, it's a launch title. Oh shit.
Good. Now, find your way back to that shortcut you passed earlier and get your ass back to the safe house in one piece.
Let's see, what do I got here? I got a flare and a Molotov cocktail.
That bloody punk's making enough noise to raise the dead. Get out of there!
So it's kind of like, I guess, not like, well, I guess you could say a mini boss. He had like electric coming from him, and when he screams, it attracts a bunch of stuff. But I mean, it's hard to play this game and just like run, because you can like stand your ground and just kind of go for it, or you can like run blindly and probably kill yourself. But those flares are so good. Try not to use them too often. How long have I been playing? Let's see. Hour 5. Alright, that's pretty cool. see what the prepper has to say, and then in the video here.
So you made it back. Now, you may have noticed a box in the main room with a raven symbol on it. Time to show you how it works.
I already used it. I already know how it works. It's a box. You put stuff in it.
You can stash your weapons, ammo, and supplies in there. You can't carry everything while you're outside, but a well-stocked cache will give you options before you set off. So drop whatever you want in it.
All right. So that's what I got right now. A flare, like a medium health thing, and then 20 bullets. And you can rest here to save. I'm just gonna pause it real quick though and end this. So yeah, if you watched, thanks. ZombiU. ZombiU is a really cool game that, you know, if people don't like it, whatever. I mean, this game came out almost a decade ago at this point, so why the fuck do I even care? But it's just a neat game, and there isn't too much about it. I feel like on YouTube, most of the videos is just being trashed, so I figured I'd play it, try to present it in a way to where people can see what the developers were going for. So we'll see you next time.